Everybody, Derek here. So we were going to be playing Paradise Killer today, but as you can see, still downloading. It only hit the store at 7 p.m. So it's been downloading for like 3 minutes. I grabbed it pretty much as soon as it went on sale. The actual store had not even been updated to show that it was on sale yet. I just, I don't know, finagled my way into it. UI hadn't updated yet, but whatever. It's 4 minutes, and then it's got to copy it or some shit. It should be soon enough, I guess. But while we're waiting, why don't we look at a trailer for Paradise Killer? Why not? Maybe it'll give you a taste of what the game is about. So why don't I actually prepare the trailer before saying go live? Because that was dumb. Hello? Trailer. Yeah, this one. Okay. And then I gotta update OBS. You know, by the time I even get around to doing all of this, it'll probably be ready. It'll probably be downloaded at that stage. This one, and turn desktop audio on, and open the correct window. Just this one. All right, good. I'm good. I know how to do things. Anyway, this is Paradise Killer. Anyway, it is a open world murder mystery game where you are tasked with trying to discover who killed Paradise, basically. Paradise being this island that is hidden away from the rest of the world, and they do all sorts of strange cult shenanigans like demons and alien gods and dead gods and refugee gods and all sorts of weird shit happening. Every character is unapologetically sexy. And what we're seeing in this PlayStation and Xbox update launch is that they've added a whole bunch of basically graphical upgrades. As originally it was Switch and PC, and Switch obviously not being a particular powerhouse, you know, they couldn't exactly push a whole lot of graphical fidelity, but now they can. So yeah, there's a bunch of really fun, colourful characters and a murder mystery plot that you need to solve, and characters all have very strange names. And maybe in chat you can try to figure out what your strange Paradise Killer name would be. Or, I don't know, what my Paradise Killer name would be. I don't know. What are we at now? 83 seconds left. We're nearly there. It's nearly time. Well, we still have to go through the copying phase as well. But, you know, we're getting there. So, yeah, that's Paradise Killer. We'll be looking at that in a couple of minutes whenever it is finished downloading. What we will look at on Friday is a game called Anno Mutation M. It is a side-scrolling combat cyberpunk type thing that's very anime, but also it's Chinese anime, so it's a little different. But anyway, there's some 3D elements to it, and then I think the vast majority of combat is all in the 2D plane. But it looks suitably fast and, you know, chaotic and twitchy from the small amount of gameplay that I've seen. Again, these trailers are full of fast cuts and, you know, careful edits to make sure that they don't show too much of it off. But it looks cool. They're playing around with camera angles. There's some Dutch angles happening there as well. I'm intrigued, so hoping to see more of it. It is apparently technically out already in some territories. Apparently, that's what their official Twitter says. Anyway, I haven't seen it on the EU PlayStation Store. Maybe it's tomorrow, but we'll be looking at it on Friday. Unless I tell you otherwise. Keep an eye on the Twitter. I might change my mind. And then Saturday it'll be Elden Ring again. Although I am considering doing an additional Elden Ring stream because I have pretty much hit kind of a roadblock in stuff I can do, optional stuff I can do without actually addressing the main game at some point. So I will have to do that soon. So I may do that before. Saturday. Okay. Paradise Killer has finished downloading, so we can swap back to that. And we turn off the desktop. And we go back to Paradise Killer. Okay. Cool. Let's jump in, so. And I'll shrinky dink. Shrinky dinky. Oh, God. Big, I'm not reading all that. Press any button to begin the investigation. Is the game a bit loud? I drop it down a bit. Alright, is that better? Is that better for everybody? Oh no, I'm a bit loud. Hang on. Everything is too loud right now. Hang on, drop myself down a bit. Okay, is that better? We'll see. Alright, options. Always gotta check the options. Am I too close to the mic? Maybe that's what it is. Alright, I'll step back a bit. Alright, English, yes. Yes, mature content on. Evidence assignment. Don't know what that means. I'll leave it on the default. Accessibility stuff. Choosing assistable will apply recommended settings to field of view. Okay, we'll leave that alone. Sprint, AR mode, meditation mode. Falling while crouched, that's an interesting one. It'll stop you falling off ledges. Rotating backgrounds, this is okay. Yeah, that's all fine. This is okay. Can I turn off the controller speaker? Alright, doesn't look like it. Display. Ray trace. Ray trace reflections. This may or may not chug. I guess we'll have to find out. But that is their big thing. Like, 'cause it's the big thing for the release. So anyway.
Paradise Killer.
Paradise Killer. Welcome, investigator. You will soon enter a paradise where fact and truth are not the same. Explore paradise in your own way and find your own truth. Paradise Killer has a wealth of accessibility options. Please tailor the experience to best suit your needs. I think we did. I think I'm pretty much okay with the default. Paradise Killer does not autosave. This is very important because it has fucked me over last time I played this. You must use the save points on the island. Saving a record of your existence is free and easy and leads to a happier paradise. The Syndicate created the first paradise island to worship their dead alien gods. Guided by leader Montserrat, the Syndicate attempts to resurrect the gods by forcing citizens into psychic worship rituals. However, the worship invites demonic corruption from beyond the stars. The islands always fail, the islands always die, and a new paradise island is born. The cycle repeats. Island Sequence 13. Lady Love dies. The Syndicate's lead investigator is deceived by the god Damned Harmony. She endangered paradise. Her sentence is eternal exile. The island could not be saved. Demonic corruption began to infect the fabric of paradise. The island died. The citizen slaughter ritual took place. Another paradise island failed. The cycle always repeats. Lady Love Dies watched from exile in the idle lands as each island flourished and died. Each iteration got closer to perfection. Demonic corruption events decreased. Island 24 was almost perfect, until Henry Division, a lowly citizen, got too close to the gods. He allowed demons to flood the island. The citizens were once again slaughtered. The council began their meditation to end 24 and birth Perfect 25. But before they could complete it, Paradise was killed. The Way of Bloodbar, 25th Island sequence. Ash Street. The crime to end all crimes. This blend tastes different. The islands define the whiskey. This one definitely tastes of embers. She put the fire out. Was it a cosmic dream? No. They called on her the exile. They needed to. Yes, cryptic shit. Love me some cryptic shit at the beginning. Lady Love Dies, 24th Island sequence. Born at the Longest Tower, Britain, in AD 1000, under the sign of Kiss Me to the Moon, the Syndicate's lead investigator, After the Damned Harmony incident on Island 13, the Paradise Psycho unit was shut down, and Love Dies was exiled to the island lands as punishment. Yes, those are all words I understand.
Another day in exile.
Another day in exile. Something's wrong. I can feel it. Island 24 is supposed to be ending. Why am I still here?
I have a bad feeling about this.
She has a bad feeling about this. Alright then. Well, we have ourselves some ray trace reflections, that's for sure. Look at that plant. Look at that plant and its reflection. Gorgeous. Okay. Moving on. So this is the Idle Lands. This is our prison, basically. If the bars weren't any indication, this is our prison. First of a shit ton of collectibles in this game. Relic obtained. Fleeting thoughts, lost treasures, the remnants of lives lived. A vignette of another, a window in time. Wistful photo obtained. The outside of the Paradise Psycho unit before it was disbanded. The last photo that was taken of me back on Island 13. There are so many collectibles in this game. Days since exile, 3,004,769. Nice. Portrait of me painted by Lydia before I was exiled. We're pretty hot. Just saying. And now we'll have to address the laughing fellow who has his things blurred out. Yes. Lady of Dice!
Who are you?
Who are you? First person you've spoken to in 3 million days. And you taste it in the air? Something's wrong. The island was supposed to end. Something is wrong. Damn right it is! While you've been exiled up here, all kinds of shit has happened down on the island! What kind of shit? The messed up kind, real messed up, all kinds of messed up. You used to be the Syndicate's investigator, right? They're talking about you down there. They need the investigation freak. Time to get back in the saddle. Get out of the Idle Lands and get back to work. Exile is over. Why is a demon in the Idle Lands? The name is Zojir. Name's Shin Utjagath. You could call me Shinji. I'm just here to hang. I got no horse in this race. What race? Someone's made a move against the Syndicate. People are betting on the wrong horses. What do you want, Shinji? I like a good bit of murder. It's a good time. The best time. I'm just here to watch the results play out. You got some solving to do, some investigating, some looking real hard, some good thinking. Time to weave some truth, Love Dies. Anyway, I gotta bounce. Go get your laptop. You're gonna need it. See you on the island. Kaboom. I have no idea what's going on. Alrilrun said I need to find my laptop. You must mean Starlight. Every investigator needs an assistant. Starlight is up by the barrier that overlooks the island. Alright then. Open that shit. So the game has this, like, I don't know what you call it, 80s disco synth wave thing going on, where there's a lot of purple. There's purple everywhere. Purple, gold. Purple, gold, and white, pretty much. You're gonna be seeing a lot of that. Is this guy just vomiting into the pool? Okay, don't ask questions. A relic obtained. Dulled percolator obtained. Coffee doesn't taste the same if you're not working. Yeah, okay. Sure. Tastes a bit better, to be honest. Okay, so we got the many-armed goat. We've got the dog, maybe? Some kind of dog possibly vomiting into the pool. A very large skull. Many, many skulls. I'm just gonna walk all over the pool. Don't ask questions. There's a path or whatever, but I'm not using it. You can't stop me. Well-read book obtained. A well-read book about an ex-gangster decided to become a master of grilled chicken skewers. Okay. It's very well read, anyway. There is definitely a jump button. I just forget what it is. What's jump? No, that's crouch. That's jump. There you go. I would never have guessed that R1 was jump, but alright.
That's strange.
That's strange.
Why?
Why is Starlight unlocked? 3 million days up here, and now she's calling out to me. Key item obtained. Key to the past, key to the future, key to your heart, key to the truth. Starlight obtained, an investigator's best friend, Starlight. It's been a while since me and the girl did the dance of an investigation. Okay. Oh no, we gotta do our BIOS. Come on, everything's fine. Don't press F1 on your keyboard, even though it's not connected to continue. Alright, press any button. OS check complete. Screen calibration, database stuff, syncing things, entity identification, investigator log, environment illumination module. So a flashlight. Ancient nightmare technology emulator. Great. I needed that. I'm glad that's initialized. Welcome to Starlight, Lady Loved. I didn't get the rest of that. Oh god, we're getting a phone call. Oh no, I didn't consent.
What the hell?
A phone call from Judge is unexpected. Lady Love dies. Madness has overtaken the island. That happened a long time ago. The council were murdered as the new island was born. Is this a prank? Leader Montserrat is dead. The council are dead. This is no joke. Killer tried to take everything from us. The syndicate is about to collapse. You need an investigator and you're in luck. My diary's pretty empty today. Lady Love dies. I have authorized the use of Starlight. Take her and come to the island. Your exile is over and the prison doors are open.
Don't test me.
The barriers are still up.
The door to truth will open.
Starlight can dance her way through it. Fall down to us and breathe life back into paradise. And you want me to just fall to the island? The islands haven't changed. The fall won't hurt you. Step off into the abyss and drop to the island. Lydia will be waiting for you.
Time to breathe life back into paradise.
That. I won't say the line if she says it. Let's put it that way. Alright. Use Nightmare Computer. Cool. Yeah, definitely. That's just my computer every time I turn it on. Initializing Nightmare Interface. A nightmare computer from the depths of space that uses a language born on a long-dead world. The Syndicate never upgrades. Starlight can emulate the OS and break down the components used in the symbols, but I need to work out how they are used. It can't do that? Can Starlight not figure that part out? I haven't seen these symbols before. It looks like a hieroglyphic-based language. Need to find a clue to know which symbols release the lock. Can brute force it with trial and error, but I'm a busy woman now. Starlight can see the answer. I need to work out how to make it. Some of these parts should make the symbol I need. Need to select components from the ones available and mash them to the top image, completing the puzzle. Alright, so it's a goat head, so we need to make a goat head. It's not particularly difficult. Where's the second goat head? Hey, that was easy. They get harder. Hieroglyphics takes me back to university. I was the only one in that arcane text class.
Sure.
Looks like the language is divided into different groupings of symbols for different types of objects the civilization found important. The rest of the Syndicate can't decode these. They have keys coded to the specific machines they're allowed to access.
I don't like this.
The data on the Nightmare computers is tamper-proof. Sealed machines that hook into the fabric of the island. There'll be more on the island that I can unlock. The judge said they need me down on the island. The people that exiled me are dead, and I need to find out the who, how, and why. Time to fall into a pit of crime. A leap of faith into the sun-drenched abyss of memories, secrets, and crime. Cool. So long, Sucktown. Alright, get a good look at it, kids. You're not gonna see it from this angle much more. So we got some interesting shit. We got some pyramids. Random pyramids. More on them later. And we've got some shenanigans going on over there. We've got a health pickup? Gigantic health pickup. Cool temple looking thing. Another ziggurat kind of thing, I guess. spider crab office building. Anyway. I don't want to do this. Shit! Bap 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 bap. This is gonna hurt.
Paradise Killer.
Ow. Hit the ground so hard I had the title pop up. Alright. We're at the Paradise Gates. And we got another nightmare computer. Enabled interface. Required software not found. Please visit Starlight's inventory and install any pending updates. We need Cosmos, which we do not have. You'll also notice that blood crystals have now appeared in the top right corner. That is the currency, more or less. Report to Judge, Lydia Daybreak. Judge said Lydia will be waiting for me. Time to find my ride. And I don't think we actually have access to really anything else. There's music. There's a lot of music in the game. Like, tons. Tons of music. Skins. That's the skin we have. I think. Does it make a huge difference, really? Yoing. We have a blood crystal. Prized unit of currency used by the Syndicate. We have one. What does this say? The delicious new premium beer from Crimson Acid and Dead Nebula. Okay. So we got kind of like Egyptian kind of symbolism. There's a fair bit of that. Perfect 25 is coming. What else you got? Some kind of goat. Devotion. Rewards. Alright, we got a goat with some pretty good cleavage. If you suspect demonic corruption, report it. Alright then. Hang on. Boing. Boing. I can't jump over this? That's better. Alright. Alright, can't get to that. This is electronically locked. Need to find the power switch for it. Okay, well, it's over there somewhere. Alright. How you doing, Lydia? Let's save our game first. Paradise Killer does not always save. I'm gonna sneeze. Prepare yourselves. No? Okay, never mind. Shit. I'm gonna sneeze randomly when I don't want to. Alright, save the game. What's up, Lydia? Lydia, it's been too long.
I'm glad you're back, LD.
I'm glad you're back, LD. Lydia Daybreak, your oldest friend. Born Moana Falls, Kenya in AD 1001 under the sign of Beautiful Spectre. The Syndicate's ferry woman responsible for transporting the Syndicate to new island sequences. After an uninteresting childhood spent in worship of Beautiful Spectre, she enlisted in the army during her teens. Lydia became known as a Titan killer after she successfully defended a temple complex from 3 monstrosities born from beyond the stars. Cool. What did you do in your teen years? She retired from the world of assassination when she met Sam Daybreak, fleeing to join the Syndicate together.
Sure.
Thanks, Starlight.
What are you talking about, LD?
Starlight's giving you the full 101, huh? I've been in exile for 3 million days. She obviously thinks I need a refresher. How many years is that? Chat, do the maths for me. What did I miss?
Evil stuff, LD.
Evil stuff, LD.
Was a killer.
Last night was a killer. Council were killed just as the next island was. Yeah, next island was born. Word is a killer got into their building and took a knife to them.
How?
How are you feeling? Messed up, LD. This is the worst. The island needs an investigator. Shouldn't have been exiled, LD. We need you down here. Just told me to bring you to them. Was it you? Are you the killer? Can we wrap this up quickly?
Talk, LD.
Straight into the investigating. Nah, I was part way through a door. Drop off at the Paradise Gates. You can check the logs. I will. I will do that. One thing before we go, LD. I can ferry you around the island if you need me to. Save your feet from a hike. If you need a pickup, call me on one of the phones. Phones are deactivated since it's the end of the island, so you'll need to fire them up again. I already activated this phone for you in case you need to come back here.
Ferrywoman reporting for duty.
Alright, time to ride, LD. Let's ride. Seatbelts on, LD. How was exile? 3 million days just flies past. Cheer up, Buttercup. You're back on the island now. Back in the game. It's been so long since we rode together, Lydia. I miss the old days. I know. Us girls used to get shit done. It was fun back in the day. How have you been? All good. Life has been relaxed. We got a cat. It's a Bengal. I called it Dagger. You still painting? Uh-huh. Each island is more beautiful than the last. I like to capture them before they go. I like your perfume, by the way. Aw, thanks, LD. Fruity one, isn't it? It's a unique blend that I got made. Especially, that will be important. It's nice. I'll have to get some on the next island. Sorry, LD. The blend is my own secret recipe. We're almost there. Go and speak to Judge. If you want to hang, I'll be on the pier. It's been so long since I performed an investigation. You getting the fire back?
I was born to investigate.
It never left. I was born to investigate. I'll get him, LD. Alright, Judge. What have you got for me? Hang on. Judge just summoned me. I need to talk to them. That it? That's all that was? Okay. Upgrades? Nothing. Relics? Alright, these are all our collectibles. What up, Judge?
Hello, Judge.
Hello, Judge. Good to see you again. Birthplace, forgotten. Birth sign, forgotten. Every society needs a form of justice, and a syndicate member volunteered. They believed so deeply in impartial justice that they scrubbed their ego and fused themselves to the island, becoming Judge. They would become the embodiment of justice, acting on behalf of the island. Starlight is helping you navigate through the sea of truth already.
Judge.
The Judge. Paradise requires power and sacrifice.
Welcome back to the blood-stained paradise, Lady Lovedays.
Thanks.
The investigator is here.
Tell me about the crime.
Paradise killer.
The council are dead. Our leader's gone. The black pall of crime hangs over us. Leader Montserrat has been taken from us.
What the hell?
The whole council were murdered at once. They gathered to birth a new island, our perfect new home, Perfect 25. At the end of their meditation, the killer struck. Arrogance put the entire council in one room. Hubris is a large gap in armor. If you're a murder junkie, that's quite the hit.
What time?
Midnight. The holy hour. The hour of weird. The hour of... Judge, I get it.
About this.
All of the council were murdered last night at midnight.
The investigator is here.
Do you have a suspect? It's a miracle. A mass murderer in custody. Henry Division. A citizen, capital C, possessed by a demon. He's killed before, a decade ago. He came back, found a knife in his hand, council's blood in his stomach. Delicious. The oppressed rise up. Who'd have thought?
Where?
Where's the crime scene? Council's own penthouse. The brutalist tower that reaches to the sky. Has anyone been in there?
Investigate.
The council are protected by 4 holy seals. Only our leaders can open them. We cannot get into the crime scene. We cannot assess the slaughter. How do you know everybody's dead then if you can't get in? Whatever.
How?
How did the killer get in?
Truth waits for you.
Good question. Truth waits for you in the shadows. Truth hides behind the smoke of crime. We only know the nature of the first holy seal. 2 of the finest god justice marshals stationed as guards, as sentinels. Both butchered by the monster. Demonic sigils covered the suspect's body, scorched onto him by the astral demon inside him. Those same sigils are daubed in the Marshal's blood at the entrance to the council building.
Don't test me.
If no one has been in the crime scene, how do you know the council are dead? Yes, good question. Their work is done, a new island has been born, yet they have not emerged from their chambers. The accused was found with a red, slick knife and a belly full of the blood of the council members.
Investigate.
In this instance, the answer to the terrifying equation is dreadful murder.
Sure.
I'm going to assume there are no eyewitnesses if it's a locked room murder. None that have come forward.
Why?
Why would someone decapitate the syndicate now? Is it an interloper? A god? A desire of power? Is it naked ambition played out with a knife in a penthouse? Power play? A sicko killing for kicks? The world's a twisted place? Wouldn't surprise me. The balance has existed for millennia.
Who?
Who's running the show now? I installed architect Carmelina as the acting leader. We have birthed Perfect 25, a wonderful new home of her design. She is best placed to oversee this new transition. As bizarre as this vision of crime is, there is a further anomaly. Just one. You remember KHX? Our master craftsman, what about him? He is missing. We haven't had any contact with him for several days. Ding. This is doubly concerning as he designed the second holy seal that protects the council.
Ooh.
Is he a potential killer? If you can track the right truth through the darkened forest of secrecy, you might be able to prove it.
Lady Love dies.
It's been a while since we needed you. The syndicate is in danger. You're in danger. Unspoken things beyond the stars are in danger. The island will not give up its secrets easily.
Is paradise worth saving?
What is the truth? What are the facts? Are they the same thing? Evidence, testimony, they are yours to find, yours to take. We must find who did this.
Crime cannot hide.
Crime always wants to be found. The nature of crime is perverse. Starlight has the blood records of the council. I've just updated Starlight with the blood sample of Henry as well. Use them to examine the murder weapon and the crime scene. Alright then. I need this solved so we can move on to the new island. A suspect isn't enough. I need concrete proof. I am linked to Starlight, a conduit of justice. She will track your case files. She has just unlocked her suspect module.
Investigate.
Investigate, interrogate, find the gold evidence in the silt of the island. When you are ready, bring them to me and we'll begin the trials. The trials will determine the guilty. Assemble your facts and present the truth to me. You may not understand your truths. Bring them to trial and we will reveal the guilty together and attain clarity. You can start the trials whenever you are ready. They will be the climax of your investigation, but you determine when that climax will be. Well, that would be nice. It's nice to always know when your climax is going to happen.
Truth waits for you.
And not before,
Shadows.
Not that that's ever happened to me. Are you ready to investigate? This island will try to hide the truth from you.
When love dies, all that remains are the facts.
That
The journey into truth and justice begins.
a duel across the sun-drenched streets between the investigator and the truth. Paradise Island is yours. Crime details received. 2352, Henry Division escapes from the desolation cell. Grand Marshal Akiku 14 was guarding him. Midnight, the council are murdered. 3 past midnight, Henry is found outside of the council building by Akiko. Akiko informs witness that Henry has been found and that the first seal guards are murdered. 5 past midnight, Akiko confirms to witness that the holy seals are closed. She cannot secure the penthouse. 6 past midnight, judge assumes authority over the island and locks the paradise gates. 32 past midnight. Anyway, syndicate meeting is held in courtroom. Judge appoints Carmelina as acting leader. 3:16 a.m. Sorry. That's the bottom line because Stone Cold said so. Anyway, 3:16 a.m. Judge decrees that they are bringing Lady Love Dies out of exile. A full investigation will happen before the island ends.
3:31 a.m. Judge activates Starlight and waits for Lady Lovedeyes to make contact. Crime details end. Ding.
Alright, we got the blood samples. The blood sample taken from Henry Division, the prime suspect of the council murder last night. Alright, lots of leads. Alright, potential leads. What is the second Holy Seal? The answer should be somewhere within the council building. The fourth Holy Seal is a mystery. How was the final barrier before the council's penthouse breached? I need to examine of the two murdered guards that formed the first Holy Seal at the entrance to the building. I need to find out what the third Holy Seal is. It should be deep within the council building. KHX is missing. Where is he? Alright. Alright, suspects. Suspects in the crime to end all crimes. Last night, the council were murdered as they birthed the next island through meditation. Was it a power play? Or killing for kicks? Who did it and why? And apparently we have no suspects, even though, like, Henry Division should probably be in there. KHX is missing. KHX is the Syndicate's master craftsman and designer of the second Holy Seal that protects the council. He hasn't been seen for a number of days. And then unsorted evidence is your miscellaneous stuff. This is like information you have found out, but you don't really know what it pertains to. Could just be random secrets in the game. Starlight has failed to classify the evidence contained here. Continue your investigation and leave no stone unturned. Alright then. Inventory. Key items. All this stuff. Blood vial. Lady Lovedeyes blood vial. All Syndicate members have a unique blood vial with a unique blood code. And these are still all our upgrades. Right. Here's all the murders. Like, look at these names. These names are all great. Like, Montserrat, Gabriella Devotion, Pandora 2, Kafka Memory, Lunatic Pope, Fine Stranger, Leon Disaster. Brilliant name. Macon Origin, Eyes Kiwami. Suicide. Interesting. All the other ones are murdered except him. Alright, Lady Lovedeyes, Grand Marshal Akiko 14, Carmelina Silence, Crimson Acid. That's the goat with the amazing rack. Dr. Doom Jazz! I forgot. Jesus, how could I forget that name? Incredible. Lydia Daybreak, Sam Daybreak, The Witness to the End, Yuri Nice, Judge, Henry Division, and a bunch of other citizens. And then we have Isaiah Bullet, Nicolina Rose, Jaheim Fortune, Madame Complex, Balthazar Tears, Grace Bloodlines, and KHX. So we've got murdered, missing, and the rest have moved on to the next island, so we will not interact with them. But we will, yeah, we will just know. I think they come up in stories, but we don't actually talk to them or anything like that. Okay. Timeline. Bunch of historical stuff. Alright. The gods come to Earth, gift man technology, and the world becomes embroiled in a millennia-long war. The gods are betrayed by their enslaved armies and are killed, imprisoned, or driven from the Earth. The Syndicate is formed by worshippers of the gods. The imprisoned god, Silent Goat, learns of the Syndicate and psychically gifts them his power. The Syndicate use his power to create the Paradise Island sequences and the reality-folding drive to fuel them. Paradise Island Sequence 13. Lady Lovedeyes is seduced by the god Damned Harmony. She is exiled to the Idle Lands. Current island. 964 years ago, Paradise Island Sequence 24 is born. 10 years ago, demonic corruption incident. Henry Division illegally communicates with the gods and is possessed by a demon of unknown origin. Henry murders his mother, and during his arrest, he also kills the Syndicate's exorcist Grace Bloodlines. Demonic corruption taints the island. Paradise Island 24 is condemned. Preparations are made for the birth of Paradise Island Sequence 25, nicknamed Perfect 25. And then one day ago, preparations for Perfect 25 have been completed. The Syndicate's council retired to the penthouse to meditate and birth the next island. 2352, Henry escapes. And then we have all of this. We've read all of that. Hang on. Doom Jazz arrives to examine Henry and confirms that the blood in Henry's stomach is that of council members. Okay, that wasn't in our file, but okay. Judge decrees that he is bringing... Does Judge strike you as male? Anyway. Sure, let's go with it. Don't assume genders and such. Alright. Okay, so I guess we should check out the crime scene, but also... Can I have this? My old gun. When the time comes to execute justice, she will sing the song of punishment. Alright, so you don't get to use that until the end of the game, basically. And the end of the game, if you really wanted to, the end of the game could be right now. Like, there's nothing stopping you from just ending the game right now with zero evidence, and you just accuse Henry Division and be done with it. Alright, AR mode is basically, if you just get a bit lost and you need to know where stuff is, it'll just point it out to you. Exclamation marks are basically you haven't interacted with this person, or there's something new they can tell you. But we want to go to the crime scene, which is over there. Hey, it's this guy. What's up, Shinji? Moment of your... No, hang on, that's not his voice. A moment of your time! What now? Am I going to be seeing a lot of you? What now? I understand you've got a lot on your plate. Mass murder on an island full of weirdos and all that. I feel for you. I really do.
I don't like this.
Skip to the end.
You know, the blood crystals, a currency you guys are so precious about. I took the liberty of acquiring some while everyone was leaving.
Go on. Where's this going?
I redistributed the wealth.
Who to?
Not who, but where. I've scattered it around the island. You'll need it. Crimson Acid will trade you blood crystals for secrets. If you want a cold, refreshing beer on a hot day, it'll cost you. Is it just me, or are the vending machines here a bit expensive?
What would you know? You're from another planet.
Hey, I'm just making conversation. Catch you later, kaboom.
It's like my favorite part of the game. You just go, I'm out, kaboom. Alright. Yeah, so these things, basically. Blood crystals. Now we have 2. Okay. Here. Save or unlock. We should really unlock for fast travel. Alright. And now save. A new skin. Symbols of justice, Starlight skin obtained. Justice, 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 justice. Justice. Justice fist. Okay. Return to Judge Stark's trials if you really want to. Okay. Crimson Acid. Question about their suspicions. I should speak to Crimson about her whereabouts last night. Suspicions and alibi. 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 What has Henry got to say about himself? Why would a citizen want to kill the council? Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Do you need a reason? Where the fuck is KHX? Sorry, that's fine. Here's all our suspects. So now we got plenty of suspects. Henry got something new? Citizen born to Rena Division 27 years ago, father unknown. Alright, so we do have some new information about him. Somehow. I don't remember getting it, but alright. New skin. Hey, we got a new skin. Cool. That's it. That's all it does. Alright. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Got some beers. Drinks cost blood crystals. Should I use this machine? Yeah, sure, why not? Well, there's only the one, so... Let's get ourselves some Angel Ward. Angel Ward obtained. A highball named after a district on one of the old islands. It was rife with unexplained crime before the Paradise Psycho unit determined the demonic cause. The flavor changes each island in line with the new whiskey blend. Huh? What? I just got here. Thanks, Dead Nebula. I will attempt to, if you hang up. Dead Nebula monitors the drinking habits of all inhabitants of the Paradise Islands, be they syndicate or citizen. For security reasons, we need to analyze your voice pattern. Please say the following phrase.
Dead Nebula, more refreshing than a cosmic apocalypse.
We want to be a shit, we'll be a shit. Well, I guess some of them were refresh. It's been a while, Lady Love Dies. That damn Harmony thing was a mess.
I'm glad to be back.
How about some free drinks? We're not authorized. You know how it is. What brings you back to the island? The council mass murder last night.
No way.
No way. We thought something was wrong. We got down to the last of our stock and no one's refilling us. The island can't end until I solve this case. How does it feel being back on the beat?
I was born to investigate.
The Idlelands are no place for an investigator. We feel you. Nice to see the investigation freak again. You got the inside scoop for me? Any weird drinking habits? When that demonic possession happened a decade ago, we sold a lot more sanity. People like protection. Does it actually work? Does anything? Listen, you're one of the good guys. We want to help. You keep buying drinks and we'll see what we can do. There's a broken vending machine in the warehouses. Someone jammed something in it. Think it may be an upgrade for Starlight. Ding. It's going to take some time to get the machine rebooted.
Buy more drinks.
Just code for buy more drinks. The island is hot, and I'm sure I'll be thirsty. That's the spirit. We'll be in touch. Cool. Dead Nebula. Are they in my notes? No? Are they in my evidence, maybe? Is it just this? Is this what it was adding? Okay. I don't know what it was adding. Anyway. I saw a blood crystal somewhere. Where was it? There it is.
Blood crystal obtained.
Ding. Something else is making noise. I can hear it. I can hear it. Where are you? You're around here somewhere. There you are.
Key item obtained.
Red Crest obtained. A red crest found in the Syndicate headquarters. Looks like it will fit into something. Okay then. We should probably find that something at some point. Alright, where is the crime scene? Crime scene's this way. A tower to broadcast music to the speakers on the island. There's a tape in here.
Music obtained.
New music file added. This is Leaving by Epoch, produced by Dead Nebula Publishing, licensed by the Syndicate. All ownership and copyrights belong to the Syndicate. You whispered goodbye to me as you left for the moon. You sent me music you wrote while staring at the Earth. And this is it. Okay, so they just add basically to your list of music, and you can, if you want to, keep going. Alright, that's actually kind of difficult to get to. You basically have to climb up there and then drop all the way down and land on it. And it's kind of difficult. So let's try it. Ding. Alright, we're up on the lift. You can see Shinji. Can you see him? Strangely, the lift doesn't actually take you to where you want to go. I genuinely forget how to get up there. I think it's over there. Hang on, Shinji's over here too, actually. Do I want to go down to Shinji yet? Let's go up first. The plaque says the blue goat brings fruit. Alright then. Well, we don't have any blue anythings. Let's not fall off just yet. Pretty good view of the island from here, though. That's where we were. We were there just like at the start of the stream. All right. The thing is, I don't actually know which side the. Oh, there it is. All right, so we need to get over there somehow.
Or at least find a way to land onto it. I don't know how good Lady Love's jump is. It's not so good that we'll be able to land from here, though. Actually, we could probably land on that and then jump. Can we get back up here from Shinji? No, we can't make that jump. There's a blue thing there, though. Alright, let's drop down here and talk to Shinji. I gotta get his voice again.
It's the Paradise Killer. Investigation thriller.
What the hell?
What are you doing, Shinji?
Just rhyming, flowing, spitting fire off the top. You give me some space. Working on something here.
Kaboom. Careful. Oh, shit. Ow.
Key item obtained.
A blue crest. Looks like it'll fit into something. Alright, well, we found the blue crest. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, what do you think? Nope. Damn it. Alright, whatever. I'll come back for it later.
Blood crystal obtained.
I think it's just a blood crystal anyway. Ugh, get out of the way. Damned harmony, the god that deceived me. That crime landed me in exile and cost me my career and husband. This is my chance to right the wrongs. He's a real looker. He's a real looker, that guy. I'm not sure which part we're meant to look at, but he's a real looker either way. Okay. The birthplace of the gods. Hellish maelstrom of frighteningly antique space. Antique space. Now that's a fucking phrase. Holy shit.
Key item obtained.
Alright, more red crests. What's this? What are you? Looks like I need more crests to complete this. Alright, so we got 1, 2 are in. And then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need to find 10, or 8 more, rather. Alright. Where's the crime scene? This way. Enchanted Blue, a scholar of different galactic races and a connoisseur of fine food and wine. She remains imprisoned in the real world in the hidden pyramids deep within the caverns of the Sahara. This way. We'll be zooming. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Tower to broadcast music. There's another tape.
Music obtained.
New music file added.
End of the World by Epoch. Want to know the secret of power? Drink a beer on a hot afternoon. You become invincible. Feeling is like no other. If you say so. What we got in here? Alright, like a foot bath. And... no, this is a foot bath.
I'm glad to be back.
An oasis in this tropical heat. No, we do not have enough blood crystals.
Got it.
Boing. Alright, we'll have to come back. We'll have to come back to give our feet a good soak. Alright. Crime scene. Alright, we're very slowly actually going to do our job.
Blood crystal obtained.
Ding. Oh, we're 3 now. Shut up, Crow. Where are you? Wherever you are, shut up. What did I say? I said shut up. Alright.
Blood crystal obtained.
4. Where are you? Oh, there's more than one. They have numbers on their side. I can't compete. Hang on. That's it. No, yeah. Shit. Cancel saving. Unlock fast travel.
Travel unlocked.
Give me a new skin.
Starlight skins obtained.
Forbidden City. Starlight skin obtained. A city that was sealed off. Knowing the reason was outlawed, the resistance was crushed. Grim. Okay.
Game saved.
Ba-da-bap. All right. This looks like a suitable crime scene for crims. Blood. This is the murder weapon Henry was found with. Looks like a combat knife. Clean blade, covered in blood. Starlight can run the blood.
Analyzing.
Oh,
All of the blood on here is from council members. There are 2 other blood samples here. Presumably from the dead marshals up ahead. Presumably, but not definitively. Alright. Case file work has not been carried out for 3,004,769 nice days. Please review the following information. All obtained evidence is stored in Starlight. Case files are opened automatically as you find evidence. Starlight will link each piece of evidence to the relevant suspect in each case file. Starlight will also update evidence as new facts are discovered. Starlight's doing most of the work here, I kind of feel like. Starlight is limited to tracking and categorization. The investigator must use their intuition and reasoning to define the truth. Since this is the first piece of evidence you have acquired, Starlight will now display how the evidence is categorized. This is the only time this flow will be displayed. If you wish to see this flow every time you acquire evidence, please enable the evidence flow in the options menu. Alright, so we have found a murder weapon. The alleged murder weapon that Henry was found with. Cool. And then blood. Sir Henry was found after he escaped. If I find where he started from, I can compare the timeline to the distance. Alright. This is the murder weapon. We've
investigator is
okay, we know that already. Oh boy, that's a lot of blood. We got some dead bodies. We've got some sigils, I guess. First holy seal protecting the council building is a pair of 2 higher-ranking martial guards.
crime is repulsive.
They were killed last night by whoever breached the council building. Time to find some evidence.
Scene investigation.
Alright. Things. Killed with a blade. There are ragged gashes across the throats of each soldier. The cuts were done with a blade, but not a perfect one. Nicks or damage on the blade probably caused the messy cuts. Does the knife have damage on it? Symbol drawn in blood. There are symbols drawn in the blood. They are demonic glyphs from a cosmic language I don't recognize. That all we got? Alright, that seems to be it. These are the martial guards that form the first of the Holy Seals. High-ranking marshals that were supposed to shield the council from attack. They were in someone's way. Okay, let's run the blood.
What the hell?
OMG? Is this right? These aren't marshals.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
I don't know who they are, but this blood doesn't match the ones on record for the marshals assigned to guard duty.
What the hell?
The hell is going on? Have they been body swapped? Is Starlight wrong? This blood matches the blood on the knife, so either this knife was used or it's been set up to look like it was.
I don't like this.
They've both had their throats cut. The lacerations are ragged.
I need to investigate
This
this.
was probably done with a damaged blade.
Sure,
There are marks drawn in the blood.
Analyzing.
got it.
The blood matches the blood of the dead bodies. Alright then. Looks like they've been daubed with a finger.
Wow.
Maybe some kind of ritualistic marking.
Is this a fact?
Henry
Truth.
has demonic symbols burned into his skin as a result of his possession. This could indicate he was here. It could. It doesn't, but it could. Alright. Who killed these guys? Who killed the Holy Seal Marshals? Kiko carries a sword. If it has seen some use, it will have the kind of damage that would cause ragged wounds. The blood I found at the murder scene should be that of the martial guards, but it's not. If the marshals were body swapped, the bodies must have come from somewhere close by. So where are the marshals? Where are the real marshals? Alright, who killed the Holy Seal Marshals? Blood mismatch. The dead marshal's blood doesn't match the records of the marshals that were supposed to be stationed there. Who was really guarding the council building? These marshals were assigned by Akiko, so she should know. There are demon marks drawn in the blood on the dead guards. Judge said these are the same marks Henry has. We'll have to verify that. And then, kill with a blade. The marshals were killed with a blade, but whose? Whose blade? We got a new skin at some point too, didn't we? Alright, let's make our way in, see if we can find Seal 2.
Relic obtained.
Grotesque pyramid charms obtained. 3 holy pyramid charms. The gods, the syndicate, the citizens. Why not a save and a fast travel?
Fast travel unlocked. Game saved. Starlight skins obtained.
Blazing sunset. When the sunset occurs, some people immolate themselves, believing that the sun is a god and they may eventually disappear. They're wrong. She will never disappear. Maybe. They might. The sun might disappear at some point. Kill us all. Alright. Upstairs. What's up, Shinji?
Ever been to space, Liv Dice?
The investigator is here.
Always wanted to. I hear the moon's nice and quiet.
Well, strap in. Beyond that door is space.
Got it.
That a metaphor or something?
Nah, just hardcore space. This is the second holy seal. It's a rock floating through space. You know, the cosmos.
That's weird.
The second holy seal is behind that door.
Are you even listening? Yeah, one of the safeguards that the killer got through. Gotta find a solution to the puzzle on the plateau to get to the rest of the building.
How?
How do you know about the second seal?
Space has a stench. It's full of cosmic horror and existential nightmares. I can smell it.
And the puzzle?
I came to this island through a psychic corridor in space. I got a feel for these things.
That's weird.
You could just solve the puzzle without any hints.
Sure, why not?
Imagine you put a rock in an empty drink can.
You can turn the can, feel the rock move. You can shake it and feel it. You learn how the rock moves, and without seeing it, you can work out how to get it out of the opening, right? It's like that, but the rock is a dumb puzzle designed by someone who thinks they're more clever than they are. And the can is space.
So I can just feel my way through it?
Haha, no, you aren't attuned. You're not from space. You can't feel the rock, or the can.
Speaking of cans,
How?
how am I supposed to get through the puzzle then?
Are you kidding me? You're the investigation freak, aren't you? That's what everyone says, right? Investigate.
You think there's anyone else on the island that knows about this seal?
Someone that knows about space? The prime suspect is that Henry guy, right? If he got through here, it might be because of the demon inside of him, feeling its way through.
How?
How likely is that?
Hell, I don't know. How likely is anything? You're asking me to place a bet on it? I'd say it's a good odds a demon that came here on a psychic pathway could find their way through.
The investigator is here.
Like you.
Yeah, like me, but, and this is key, it needs to be one that has the strength. I'm too weak. Henry's demon has got a host, though.
How?
How could Henry survive on a rock in space?
With great difficulty, I'd say. The demon inside him probably kept his body together, stopped his organs being sucked out his ears.
Is there anything you demons can't do?
That demon's a ball of the angriest psychic energy I've ever seen. You got someone angry enough, and they can do anything.
Including keeping someone alive in space.
Why not? Stop being sarcastic. The hell do you know about demons?
I ran the Paradise Psycho unit.
And where's that now?
Sorry.
That's what I thought. By the way, I got a present for you. You're gonna need some help if you're going to space.
A space helmet?
Figured you'd want to breathe and keep your insides in your body.
Where?
Where did you get this?
I was poking around here this morning behind one of those planters. Looks like someone dumped it.
Ooh. The
Mean-
investigator is here.
I mean, someone had used it to go through the seal.
Why are you asking me? Get your investigation freak on. I added some heart stickers to it. Makes it yours, don't you think?
Which planter did you find it behind?
I'm on with the statue. Never mind that. Focus on the big picture. You're about to go to space.
Have you been in there?
Are you listening to me? My body's too frail. I'm too weak to leave the island.
Sure.
Aren't you worried about what happens when this island ends?
How I'll blink out of existence? I spent all my time worrying about trivial shit like that. I'd have no time to think about us. Us? Yeah. Maybe after you've saved the stump, you and I can take a long walk on the beach before.
Don't.
Let's talk about this another time, Shinji. And by another time, I mean not in this lifetime. Oh, whatever. I'm outie.
Item obtained.
Customized space helmet. It has seen better days and is an old model, but allows the wearer to traverse space. Alright then. So, this planter, presumably. Dun dun dun. This is where Shinji said he found the space helmet. Pink petals.
Sure.
There aren't any flowers here, so where do they come from? Yuri wears a hat with pink flowers. Yuri. This would allow them to... This would allow them to bypass the guards, but... Then why would they kill the guards?
The investigator is here.
This is a maintenance hatch for the council building.
That's weird.
Looks like it has been opened. The anti-tamper seals are cut and the grate has been pried open. You need a thin tool to open this.
Got it.
There are scrape marks going into the access hole as well.
I need to investigate.
Was something manhandled through here? Was it? Something is making noise. There it is.
Blood crystal obtained.
Yoink. Alright. Okay, sure, but then how did they actually get up here? Eh. Eh. Shit. I might be stuck here. Okay, no, I can get through here. Alright. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Alright, did they go this way? You think they would have gone this way or would they have gone the other way? Let's go this way. Maybe we'll find something. 'Cause they had to get up here, right? Unless they came in from the roof. Which just, I suppose, is also possible. Turn the lights on. There's a very small bit of adaptive trigger on this, on the light. Like, I can push it most of the way in and it doesn't turn the light on, but then right at the last second, it's a small amount of resistance, and it goes on. So that's fun. I do like the adaptive trigger stuff that Sony has on the DualSense. It's a lot of fun.
Relic obtained.
Haunting sculpture. A sculpture that shows up on every island. No one knows where it comes from or whether to fear it or not. Okay, that's weird. It just follows them around? Okay. It looks like... I'm not really sure how they would have gotten up onto the roof. At least there doesn't appear to be any evidence of them getting up on the roof. See the dead Nebula statue over there? Statue? It's rotating. Maybe it's not a statue. Maybe it's like a inflatable balloon or something. These crows gotta shut up. Shut up, crow! Alright. I don't think there's anything here. There's a collectible all the way over there, though. The shit do I get to that? Ugh, wrong button. So I have finished Paradise Killer. Good while ago. Played it right when it came out.
so I don't quite remember everything. There's a lot more to this building. This building has many more sides than I was expecting. Alright. Well, somebody used this maintenance area to get into the building to bypass the guards. And they had, like, the guards are bypassed at this point, so why kill them? Why bother? Alright, time for space. Time for a drink, too. Ugh. That's definitely how helmets work. You just put it on, you don't need a pressurized suit or anything. Anyway, so this is space, huh? A lovely looking esoteric plateau. What secrets does the second holy seal hold? Let's find out. Boing. Ow. I've not seen these symbols before. There might be a clue on the island. Alright, I need to get the right sequence to solve the puzzle on the esoteric plateau. There are some obscure symbols on another planet. What the hell is going on? Kill the Holy Seal Marshals. Why is there a damaged grate at the council penthouse? How is this opened? Is there any evidence in the area? I didn't see any. A secure grate on the side of the council building looks like it has been forced open. Anti-tamper seal has been cut and the edges of the grate are scuffed, indicating it has been pried open. The opening would get someone in behind the guards. Good way to do a surprise attack. There are scrape marks here as well, like something was dragged through the access hole. Shinji speculates that Henry could have found his way through the second seal labyrinth since demons are attuned to space. Shinji found a space helmet discarded near the entrance to the second seal. There were pink petals near the helmet. There aren't any flowers in the council building. Yuri wears pink flowers on his hat, though. Alright, so we don't know the solution to this. Scholar, bull, snake, bird. Alright, well, we don't know the solution. And sure, you could stand there and brute force it, but let's do it the right way and go find the actual solution somewhere. Okay, that also means that that's as far as we can get with this with the crime scene, because we can't get past seal 2. So we'll need to come back once we know the solution to seal 2, and then go into seal 3 at some point. So we're on a slight loose end. So where to go now? There's nothing over there. Guards. Okay, we should probably talk to Henry, since he's like the, you know, the prime suspect. Island Sequence 3, Memento. Third island sequence, a time for sorrow. Ezekiel devolves into mad paranoia, fearing for our future and the demons. He murders so many of us. The noble Montserrat steps forward to end his madness and leads us to light. Good for you, Monty. Dang. Okay. Alright. How fast is the fast travel? Oh, no. I'm not spending money to fast travel. I'll just use my legs. It's fine. I don't mind. We can get away from the crows at least. Island Sequence 1, Memento. First island sequence. Our blessed island plan was formed. Ezekiel forms the council to lead us into new island sequences. Is it this way? It's this way. Okay. Ow. Island sequence 2. Second island sequence, a dreadful time. We learn of the demons in the stars and they come for us.
Blood crystal obtained.
Ding. I can hear buzzing, but I cannot see buzzing. Here's the many-armed goat. Silent Goat, the first god humanity had contact with. He gifted his power to the Syndicate while he was being tortured during the Great Betrayal. His gift allowed us to create the island sequences. Good job. The god Crying Grudge, the only god that we managed to rescue after the Great Betrayal. He's on the island somewhere. Cool. There's some eldritch god on the island somewhere. Good to know. Nightmare computer. This is one we can actually get into. These nightmare computers can log activity in the area. They're normally set up to see who has passed through a door or accessed the system.
Sure.
If I can use Starlight to help me gain access, then I might be able to get some evidence. Alright, Starlight, let's get to work. Okay, goat. Small goat. Okay, then we need skull with bull horns, I think. You see a skull? I don't see a skull. Is it this? Maybe? Alright, it is that. Okay. Horn. That one, and this one. Okay, and then that's the same as the first one. And that is the same, but with different horns. These ones.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
The investigator is here.
These are the logs who entered and exited Syndicate HQ last night. There's only one route to the council building, and it involves going through the Syndicate HQ. If Henry did escape and kill the council, he'd have come through here. Let's see.
Connecting.
Architect Carmelina left HQ early through this gate. So did Yuri. Doom Jazz didn't leave his clinic. Doom Jazz didn't leave his clinic. So how did he confirm Henry's stomach contents?
That's strange.
Henry hasn't been logged coming through this gate. This is the only way he'd get to the council building by himself. Is there another route he could have taken? Weird. Henry doesn't appear in the Syndicate HQ log, so he didn't pass through the main entrance. It's the only way he could have got to the council building by himself. Does this prove he had help? Syndicate HQ building logs show that Doomjazz didn't leave his clinic by the main door last night until he was summoned by Judge. So he spent the whole day in his clinic? I guess? Save and a fast travel. Why not? Let's treat ourselves.
Game saved.
Symbols of a warrior. Blades that glimmer in the moonlight when held aloft on the top of a conquered pyramid of sin are highly valued. Yeah, let's put that skin on, I guess. Hang on, where are we?
Relic obtained.
Fantastic crystallized tear necklace. Rare and highly prized. Sometimes people inflict misery on others in an attempt to pan for them. Wow. I'm going to make you miserable so that your tears turn into pearls, and then I'll wear them as a necklace. I will wear your tears. Okay. So this is a very different effect for what they had in the original version. So they've really made some pretty serious graphical changes to this thing. Alright then. Hello, ghost. Are you here to take me away? Depends where you want to go. Where I have to go. To the ritual. Are you a citizen? Am I? I was once, but now I don't know. I'm lost. You're still here, even after the citizen slaughter ritual proceeding. You should probably look up what that is. Preceding the end of this island, why? Maybe the gods rejected my sacrifice. I knew the ritual was coming. We all knew it, but it was sooner than expected. I thought we had a few more hours, so I left the house to go and find something I'd lost.
Sure.
And what was that? A stone that had fallen from my ring. It was something my wife gave me to celebrate our first lunar cycle together. It's got no value. She just found it on the beach, but as we held it, our troubles seemed to fade. Being close to each other is all that mattered. When we got married, I had it placed in my wedding ring. Fell out a few days ago. So you were out looking for the stone? Yes, I needed that stone with me. Before I found it, the marshals came and took me to the ritual. I pleaded, I begged, I just needed a few more moments. I became so angry. If I couldn't find my stone, then at least let me see my family one last time. I was always told death would be peaceful, but that was a lie. And how do you feel now? The anger has not dissipated, but I am still here. I am here for a reason. Must find my stone so I can rest. Will you help me? Sure.
I need to investigate this.
I'll find your stone. I am an investigator. Thank you. Look around the park between the Citizen and Syndicate apartments. I'm sure I lost it when I was sat on a bench there. Ding. Alright, I'll get right on that, Chief.
Relic obtained.
Splendid pamphlet obtained. A pamphlet about the celebratory gardens. They are dedicated to Gregory Complex, the syndicate member responsible for weaving the broken timelines together several sequences ago. His sacrifice will be remembered. The broken timelines. This is like... This game has so much just... like... crazy world building shit going on. What the fuck is the broken timelines, and can I know more about it, please?
Game saved.
Okay. More skins.
Obtained.
Final moments. This image was the last thing a drowning victim saw. Cool. Let's memorialize it as a skin for our laptop. Awesome. Alright. So these are the syndicate apartments. There's Shinji. We'll talk to him in a minute.
Blood crystal obtained.
Ding. And then... Okay, so we need to check the gardens between... Sorry, I can hear the buzzing noise. There it is.
Relic obtained.
Ill-fated pleading letter. A mother pleads for mercy. Her son transgressed. Love between the syndicate and citizens is expressly forbidden. Oh my. A bit of a Romeo and Juliet thing, I guess. How does one get to the citizen apartments? Are they just further down? Maybe? Let's get another drink. Drinks cost blood crystals, yes. B2.
Relic obtained.
Parasol, a light floral drink marketed at women but very popular with men. Okay. I think they mean this park.
Blood crystal obtained.
Ding. Okay. Boing. Alright, so there's a bench here somewhere that he sat on. Fascinating grasshopper. Some people get very obsessive about grasshoppers. Okay. I mean, if you're going to describe it as fascinating. Questionable donation. Citizens sometimes throw coins into fountains for luck. Luck doesn't exist. Alright, bit grim, but okay. Alright, any more benches? Hey, you think it's this? You think it's this ghost hand thing? Remnant obtained. The wishes of the lost. Things better forgotten. Impossible to tell until it is too late. Glistening stone. A small but bright stone. Looking at it makes the world around you fade away, and you can hear distant memories imprinted on the stone by the wearer. This one is full of happiness. Ah, it's a shame they were murdered, but okay.
Blood crystal obtained.
At least one would assume that's what the citizen slaughter ritual is. More drinks. More drinks. More drinks. Drink all the drinks. Collect all the things. Cool melon. A slightly sweet melon-flavored soda best enjoyed on a summer's day, under a tree, fearing the last drop and having to return to whatever it was you were doing. Don't remind me. What's up, Silent Goat? What do you want from me here? It's traditional to donate and let blood in prayer at a temple. This isn't a temple. Bloodlet and donate a blood crystal? Ah, what the hell? Pick one. You can have blood or you can have a blood crystal. May the Silent Goat walk with me. Bleh. A Silent Goat carving obtained. A carving about the first god, Silent Goat. Was the first god evolved man had contact with. Sometimes known as the first for this reason. Captured outside the city of Mohada, ending in India. Tortured in the crystal caves, became aware of the syndicate and gifted them his power, killing himself. Okay. That fire looks really good. And we haven't really talked about the ray tracing stuff, but that's really good. And I guess at nighttime you're going to see these reflections a lot better. And the reason reflections are such a big deal for Paradise Killer is because there's so much of that purple crystal looking stuff everywhere. What is making that noise? Ah, it's you.
Relic obtained.
Lurid Crimson Acid Phone Charm. Crimson Acid Phone Charm, mostly collected by men, but she has quite a few female fans. That'd be the goat with the amazing rack. Anyway. Oh yeah, let's give him back his stone. No, wrong button. This button. Charge! Where you at, Ghost Man? There you are. Here, take your stupid stone. Found my stone? Yes. I think I have. Hand it over. Really? Can I see? Oh yes, that's it. I can't describe how this makes me feel. It's like we're together again. Please, you keep it. I can feel myself fading out of this world, and I can't take the stone with me. When you hold it, I hope you can find the happiness that it gave me.
Yo, couldn't help spying on you.
What do you want?
You like that stone the spirit gave you?
It has a wonderful depth to it.
Oh, hoping it was gonna be a no.
Why?
Want to sell it?
Why do you want it?
Gems that are tied to the suffering of others are one of my collections.
That's weird.
One of?
Oh yeah, I also collect antiques from a planet populated by slug scholars. Also got a cabinet of calcified entrails, prayer reeds, and the mad monks, and the Venus labyrinths. So, wanna sell? 2 blood crystals, what time offer?
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Sure.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Blood crystal obtained.
Dang. There is no use for that stone otherwise in the game, so there's no reason not to sell it. Other than, I don't know, pawning off this guy's sentimental item for
Blood crystal obtained.
material gain? But whatever. Whatever. It's not important.
Hope I can get back from here. He's probably thought about that before I jumped down. I don't see a stairs up. Alright, here we go. I can get up here. Alright, success. Tired broadcast music. New music file added. Lady Blue by Epoch. Remember how her lipstick looked on the TV? And his lipstick? Divine. I loved those two. Late nights were better back then. Alright. This is very loud, whatever this is. Alright, I think this is just a way across. Which we don't need right now. So, you might be wondering, why unlock all the fast travels if you're never going to use them? Why not? Warmth of the moon. The water that reflects the moon is warmer than the surrounding water. You bathe in it for restorative properties. Alright, new skin. New skin. Put on the new skin. Okay. Ugh. I'm getting one of them phone calls. Or a laptop call? Love dies. You have the suspect in custody or not necessary? A suspect which escaped on your watch and possibly murdered the entire council. Neno Corito. That's probably not right. Nenorosito. Maybe the disgraced Grand Marshal can work with the disgraced investigator. Investigator. Tasinavi Dingura. We have a suspect that was found with a murder weapon. He has motive and history. He was found with the council's blood in his stomach. We are not making a super collider here. Nenorosito. Henry broke free, tore through the prison bridge, breached the holy seals, and murdered the council. Case closed, investigator. I hope that this is as simple as it appears. The suspect is back under inhibitor sedation. Inhibitor sedation? Mi putere. Inhibitors are injected into him to keep him sedated. Go ask Doom Jazz if you want to know more. I am guarding the suspect at the Desolation Cell on the rock if you need to speak to me again. Control panel to raise a bridge has been updated to accept your blood vial. Only I have access to the prison, but Judge ordered me to authorize you. The bridge across through the prison is on the south beach. Then, goodbye, Nerosito. I'm probably saying that wrong. Use the prison bridge to meet Akiko. Henry's apparently broke through the bars. I should check them. Is this the South Beach? Maybe? Drinks, 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 drinks. C3. Lost mountain water. Beautifully clear water once obtained from a well on an ancient mountain. The mountain was lost millennia ago. The water has never tasted the same since. Where are you still getting the water from? How are you still getting the water? Alright, well here's the bars. These bars on the prison bridge have been destroyed.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
I presume this is how Henry got out. The Desolation Cell is connected to the mainland by this bridge. There's some residue. I'll run it through Starlight.
Residue sample. 68.7% thermite, 29% barium nitrate, 2% sulfur, 0.3% polybutadiene acrylonitrile. I absolutely garbled that. No traces of unknown chemicals found.
Starlight says this is thermite. Doesn't seem to be demonic in nature.
Got it.
Someone may have melted through these bars. This door leads to the barracks. It's a secure tunnel to the desolation cell where Henry is incarcerated. It is coded only to Akiko's blood vial. What's up, buddy? What do you want, freak?
Got it.
What's your deal? Security. Till last night, I'm here to man the bridge controls.
Nanny, the hell?
Why? These are the only controls. Grand Marshal is guarding the killer. If he escapes again, which he won't, I'm here to raise the bridge.
The investigator is...
Good. Just in time. Glad Paradise is safe now. If the bridge is... If the bridge is coded to my blood, why do I still have to decipher things? Whatever. Alright. Good skull. And same thing, but with the smaller horns.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
Alright then. Let's make our way to the desolation cell. Ugh. It's gonna take forever to get there. I'm so tired. On the other hand, I can't stop to take a drink. I only need one hand to do this. Oh no, there's been a dramatic change in lighting. This probably isn't for the best. Cannot connect to the music system. No music all the way out on the desolation cell. Alright. Unlock fast travel for no reason. I'm unlocking it because, one, there's a trophy behind it, but two, there's also, you get a free skin every time you do it, so why not?
Game saved. Starlight skins obtained.
Bridge to nowhere. This bridge appears when the planets align. Those who walk across the bridge travel to a new reality, trapped there when the bridge disappears. Sake, grim. That's scary shit right there. Oh yeah, let's put that skin on. What cases do I have? There's a secure tunnel running between the desolation cell and the barracks that is only coded to Akiko's blood vial. The prison bars on the bridge connecting the desolation cell to the main island were torn apart, but it appears to be done by military-grade explosives, not demonic strength. Alright, skins. Let's put the horror bridge. Like, this looks really good for reflections, right? Look at the water out there. Anyway. And the shadows? This is good shit. Nenorachito, okay.
What the hell?
Pardon. Call you something unspeakable in my native language.
Oh, I'm glad to be back.
Good to see you again, Akito. Grand Marshal Akiko 14. Born in Mihai Day, Romania in AD 991, under the sign of New Night. The Grand Marshal recruits, trains, and leads her marshals in any military activity the Syndicate performs. Akiko was born on Orphan in Mihai Day, Romania, during the reign of the gods. She was drafted into the army of New Night as Damned Harmony's forces pushed across Eastern Europe. At age 13, she was leading guerrilla operations after excelling at hand-to-hand and weapons-based combat. When the Great Betrayal happened, she fled to join the Syndicate. New Night had given her a home and a purpose. She had no intention of forsaking her god. I'll brief you on the murder.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Suspected murderer. We haven't been to trial yet. Everyone gets a fair shake. Yes, that. Which means... Shut the hell up! Henry Division has been incarcerated for a decade. For his incarceration, he was arrested multiple times for arson, robbery, assault, and attempted celestial rituals. He had been under watch by this school. Hang on. He had been under watch by his school and served a short jail time for attempting to communicate with the gods in a failed ritual. 1 year later, he succeeded in communicating with the gods. Demons poured in through the psychic pathways he opened. Henry was possessed by a demon and killed his mother in their apartment. We arrested him, but he had already tainted the island. We sealed off the area around his apartment. Concrete sarcophagus over the dead zone.
The Henry resisted arrest and murdered our chief exorcist, Grace Bloodlines. He's been kept here in the desolation cell full of inhibitors ever since.
How?
So, how did he escape? I removed him from his cell and took him to the ritual stone. Blood pools in the recesses of the stone and stops the tainted liquid from touching the island. That Labajou took his chance when I opened the cell. He pushed me aside and then he was gone. This was at 23:52.
Got it.
You appear uninjured. This is Masahiro Heavy Industries Bleeding Edge Shikagawa Power Armor.
Don't test me.
The armor wasn't enough to stop a citizen? When you face the demon in battle, you get to comment, freak.
Sure.
How did Henry get a murder weapon? He took my combat knife. Did he now? When he escaped in the struggle, he grabbed my knife. May I see it? Did he attack you? No, he took it and ran.
Where?
Where did you find him? Outside the council building at 3 past midnight. He was passed out. Demons did its work, left him broken. He had the knife with him. I attempted to secure the crime scene, but was unable to. We were not able to traverse the second holy seal. He had a knife with him that does not match the wounds on the guards. I have no idea how to say that. Our Trebuisa te aduni naibi. No idea. And wrap this up so we can execute him. Go do the next island, love dies.
The facts and the truth are not the same.
Our orders are to investigate before we execute him.
You're out of your mind.
Don't drag this out. Do your work and let me do mine. This is my report about last night.
That Labajou.
And report on the Labajou's history. Dr. Doomjazz left his medical report with me as well. Here. Doomjazz examined Henry. When we found him, we talked to the doctor. It's standard practice to get him examined. Speak to Doomjazz if you want to know more.
Goodbye, Nenorochito.
See ya. This is Dr. Doomjazz's medical report for Henry. Doomjazz examined him last night after his arrest. Syndicate Health Assessment Document, citizen version.
Got it.
Examination instructions state that citizens should be examined but not administer medication or care beyond what is necessary. What the fuck? Patient's body is strong but fatigued, shows clear signs of possession, scarring, burns, and arcane sigils. Blood work shows no sign of abnormalities or intoxication.
That's weird.
Patient had visible blood around the mouth. Tests show this blood matches several victims of the council murder.
Sure.
Further samples confirm that blood was ingested via the mouth and within the stomach of the patient, likely ingested during the attack. Alright. Patient appears free from mental illness but is suffering from amnesia, a common side effect of demonic possession. Patient has no memory of the decades since his possession. Patient doesn't remember anything about the events of tonight. Collapse, most likely due to extreme exhaustion from overexertion.
I hate demons.
During the patient's possession 10 years ago, arcane sigils were seared into his flesh by the possessing demon. These symbols were found drawn in blood at the crime scene. Since no exorcism was performed 10 years ago, Henry has been tortured by the demon contained within him. Lovely.
The investigator is here.
During prior examinations, the patient has complained about the white-hot rage inside of him. Patient's body had the correct dosage of demonic inhibitors. The correct dosage. My final assessment is that the demon within the patient managed to overcome the inhibitors at a crucial moment. The patient escaped under the will of the demon with no memory of it having happened.
Got it.
'Cause maybe it didn't. Well, everything checks out. Alright. What's Akiko's explanation for the inhibitors? I should find the distance and time it would take for Henry to escape. Henry had a blade. Is the murder weapon? Akiko carries a sword. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to ask her about the marshals. Alright. The Akiko report states Henry broke free at 23:52. He made it back to the island, broke through the prison bridge bars, went to the council building, breached through the holy seals, and committed mass murder. He was then found at 3 minutes past midnight with the murder weapon and the blood of the victims in his stomach. 11 minutes. No. Yes, 11 minutes. To do all of that? He managed to get through, like, kill 2 guards,
get through the space thing somehow, and then whatever seals 3 and 4 are, and kill everybody, and he did it all in 11 minutes. That sounds wrong. Okay. Henry was found outside the council building with the alleged murder weapon, a knife he took from Akiko. Yeah, we need to ask her about the knife as well. Marshall was killed with a blade, but whose? According to Akiko's report, Henry had taken her knife. Is she aware? Because the knife we found does not have a nick in it, but whatever blade was used to cut them does have a nick in it. So, how do you explain that shit, Akiko?
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
Hang out. Let's do case files first.
Paradise feels wrong.
Do you really believe Henry did this? Every bit of security breached by a citizen. Slabaju isn't a normal citizen. He's possessed by a demon. Of course I believe he did it. He broke free when I was there and we found him outside the council building. You don't have any doubts. Are you stupid? Can you think of anyone that has motive for the crime? Investigator? The Labaju in the cell did it. Don't waste my time.
Sure.
I can't think of anyone else with a motive for killing the council and threatening the entire structure of the syndicate.
Do you want to die?
What do you think?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Is that an...
Fine.
Alright, well, we didn't get... Oh, no, hang on. What about Yorma? Oh, she's gonna fucking love this. Have you got a motive? I don't have a motive, Nenorochito. I'm a soldier, soldiers of honor, and live to serve. I'll assume that's a no, then. Tell me about your movements last night. I need your alibi.
Check.
Have you read my report? Are you listening to what I told you?
I need to investigate
It doesn't include what you did between Henry escaping and being found. I called witness when it happened. At 23:52? Yes, at 23:52. And I ordered my marshals to secure another syndicate members. What about the council?
Soldiers of honor.
My best marshals were guarding them. They reported an all clear. But then they were killed.
Do you want to die?
Is this a joke to you? Do you want to die by my hand?
Oh,
What did you do next? I went back to the barracks to organize a search for Henry.
That Labaju.
I found where he had torn the prison bridge bars apart to escape. Labaju could have been anywhere. Holy Seal Marshal stopped responding. That's when we found Henry outside the council building.
what time?
What time? The tree. That's precise. Being precise is my job.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Can anyone corroborate this? Where the Grand Marshal isn't good enough for you? No,
The
actually.
truth remains obscured.
An investigator can't go off your word. Witness will confirm the phone call. My marshals will confirm the rest.
Thank you.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Crime cannot hide.
And I see your phone records. My records are classified. You're refusing to give evidence. Classified. Nenorochito. Classified Nenorochito. Get it. Alright, we'll have a talk with Judge about that. Any idea where he is? Do you know where KHX is? No. He's been missing for several days.
The investigator is here.
Have you searched for him? What do you think? My marshal conducted a brief search, but we are stretched thin at the end of an island. There are several thousand citizens that need rounding up and taking to the slaughter ritual. Do you have any suspicions about what happened to him? No. If he wants to disappear, then let him.
Got it.
Even though a mass murder happened last night. He didn't do it. Henry did. Of course. Who killed the marshals? Alright, we got a lot of stuff to talk about here. What can you tell me about the guards at the First Holy Seal? Soldiers of honor. My two most trusted soldiers. How did Henry get the jump on two highly ranked marshals? It's easy to judge a muck when you haven't lived through hell, Nenorochito. A demon is a vile foe, unpredictable, frenzied, blood-crazed. I marshals would have fought valiantly, but an unknown foe overcame them. Unknown? Unknown? Demons come from all corners of the heavens. It's impossible to know how each acts or fights. Why haven't the bodies of the marshals been cleared away? Judge ordered me to leave them for you to investigate. I protested. They deserve better than to be poked at by someone playing detective. Can I see your sword?
I'll kill you.
That better be a stunning reason why you're asking. I'm checking a lead about the weapon used to murder the marshals. Do not disgrace their memory by chasing wild theories. Akiko? Here. This sword has seen some use. The blade is nicked. A nicked blade is consistent with the neck wounds on the marshals.
Thank you.
Thank you, Akiko. Do you think the knife used to kill the first Holy Seals marshals was the one taken by Henry? It's like I'm talking to myself sometimes. Of course I do. Can you describe it? It's a smooth bladed combat knife.
The investigator is here.
You're positive about the smoothness of the blade. Yes, it hadn't been used before now. My old knife became damaged during a training exercise recently. I took a blood sample from the dead marshals. They don't match marshal records.
That's a lie, Nenorochito.
What is this now?
I don't like this.
I don't think those dead bodies are marshals. That is total shit, I assume. Investigator?
I don't like this.
Starlight ran the samples. Are you... I'm saying Starlight got it wrong. Your little pocket calculator is wrong. Starlight connects to the central syndicate. It's wrong. Why wasn't the maintenance gate checked before the council entered the building? It was several days ago. It's since been tampered with, and your marshals didn't catch it. It's a security breach on your watch. I'll look into it. A little late now. How did Henry manage to escape? I thought I gave you my report. I must have been dreaming or hallucinating.
Don't test me.
Okay, I get it. How did the bars of the bridge get broken? Henry broke through them. How? How did a citizen break through the bars? Strength of a demon, use your head.
Sure.
Starlight's analysis of the residue on the bars says that it was explosives. Starlight is wrong. His little machine is trying to analyze something demonic and doing the best it can. How did Henry escape if he was sedated? The Labaju played us. The inhibitors needed to be stronger. The report says they were the correct dosage.
Nenorochito.
What if the demon tricked us, though? If the demon could slow Henry's body down, the dosage of inhibitors needed would be lower. The demon maintains this act, and then, when the time comes, drops the pretense and makes it move. Is that likely? As likely as anything, Nenorochito. Not that it matters. It is what happened. Why were you on your own when Henry escaped? It was just one prisoner that was supposed to be sedated. Arrogance. Why not take a squad of marshals, just to be sure?
Nenorochito.
I'll admit hubris. My marshals do not come to the next island with us. They engaged in their final prayers. Wanted them to have one last moment of happiness before being wiped out. Soldiers aren't supposed to know happiness when duty has to be done. That's a bit grim. I'm not sure about that. What do you know about the second Holy Seal? I know the Labaju in the cell got through it and killed the council. I also know you're wasting time and not executing him. Alright, let's hang out. Got a minute, Akiko?
Do you want to die?
You're gonna die! Humor me. Fun playing detectives. Having fun playing soldier?
Do you want to die?
Cut you from head to crotch.
Sure.
Violence doesn't solve everything, Akiko. It would in this case. Hurry up and get this investigation done. I'm waiting for you to tell me what I already know.
Don't test.
I'm not letting you get your gun off until I know for sure.
Pull up.
You stupid, get that in gear and go tell Judge that Henry's guilty. You're wasting time. Time is different here. We have endless amounts of it.
I was born to investigate.
An investigator needs to soak in the facts, breathe in the evidence, savor the test. I don't care.
This has been delightful.
Thanks, Akiko. This has been delightful. Ding. Alright. May your night be bright, and may you reach the moon. Okay. How you doing, Henry?
Got it.
This is where Henry started from, according to Akiko. She claims he broke free at 2352 and was found at 003. Is it O? 03? 003? I don't know how you say it in military time. Starlight can crunch the numbers.
That's strange.
The distance and times don't matter. No shit. He did all that in 11
What
minutes.
the hell?
He couldn't have broken free, made it to the penthouse, breached all 4 seals, killed the council, and have got back to the penthouse entrance to be found in time. Oops. How you doing in there, Henry?
Henry Division.
Who the fuck are you?
Henry Division.
Henry Division, the prime suspect. A citizen born to Rena Division 27 years ago. Father unknown. Arrested multiple times by the marshals for assault, robbery, arson, and torture. Imprisoned in the desolation cell after killing his mother during his possession 10 years ago. Intellectual and creative, but finds it difficult to apply himself.
Wow. Same.
He struggled through his schoolwork until he became aware of demonology and suddenly developed an interest in occult mathematics.
Who the fuck are you?
Indeed.
Oh,
An investigator. I want to ask you some questions about last night.
Wanna have a nice little chat?
Okay, let's have a chat. A talk. Nice sit down.
sure.
Let's start with your history. You're a citizen born on this island 27 years ago.
That's strange.
No one knows who your father is.
Fucking surprise.
That's weird, isn't it, investigator? You syndicate fucks control this whole island, but you don't know who fucked my mom. No DNA check, no nothing.
I have a bad feeling about this.
You've been in and out of the Marshall Detention Center more times than anyone else.
Crime cannot hide.
Fighting, robbery, arson, torture, and finally you got locked up when you were possessed by a demon and killed your mother.
I don't like this.
You broke the law and started communicating with the gods.
Paradise feels wrong.
An act forbidden because the psychic pathways opened allow demons, other alien races, to enter our reality and corrupt the island. I grew up without a dad on a synthetic island, a different reality. Forced to worship gods, then want to rule the world. I needed something to do. And some fuck started giving me books on demonology. Said I was a gifted astral communicator or some shit.
Oh,
You don't know who it was.
I'm shocked.
Are you fucking deaf? Sounds like I need to look into this.
The demon wants to see.
Sounds like I need to look into this.
I don't like this.
I'm gonna need a drink after this.
When love dies,
Stop it.
all that- Sure.
Couldn't handle communicating with cosmic beings, and a demon possessed you. Cosmic radiation poured out of you, and now we have the dead zone. The demon possessed you, and you killed your mother and Grace Bloodlines, our chief exorcist.
Whatever you fucking say.
Indeed. I understand this is hard. You're the victim of possession.
Not a fucking thing.
The fuck do you understand? I don't even know you. What do you know about demons?
I have a bad feeling.
I
about this.
used to be the head of the Paradise Psycho Unit. My investigations touched on gods and demons. Used to be. I let a god get into my head. He almost wiped the islands out. I was exiled. Poetic. 2 lawmakers. What could go wrong?
I'm shocked. Stunned.
Are we going to fucking get down to some actual questioning or what?
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Before that, tell me about the demon inside you.
Whatever you fucking say.
I've had 10 years of this fucking thing writhing around inside me, glass shards in my bones, blood boiling, flesh on fire. It's been a real fucking party. How does the demon make you act? My body used to be real pretty. Now look at me. I'm a grey husk covered in this demonic shit. These sigils constantly cook my flesh. 10 years of the stench of my own flesh being seared. I'd say it's had a pretty negative impact on my outlook and behavior.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You got any fucking questions or what?
Henry's demonic possession.
Bap, 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 bap. Alright, an investigation at the heart of madness begins. Lady Love Does must find the facts and assemble the truth. The road to her truth will be a long one. The journey will be hard. The light of her truth glows dimly, but will facts, it will shine bright. Henry's demonic possession. A decade ago, Henry became possessed by a demon, killing his mother and allowing demonic corruption to spill out into the world. The area around his apartment was sealed off and became the dead zone. During his arrest, he killed the syndicate's exorcist, Grace Bloodlines. For the last 10 years, he has been contained and sedated in the desolation cell with inhibitors. I'm just checking that I actually have enough space on my hard drive to continue recording. And I do. Okay. What's your motive for killing the council? Is that a joke, investigator?
Are you fucking kidding me?
You syndicate fucks drag us citizens from the real world onto your shithole island and treat us like cattle.
My mind is like a desert.
We worship your gods while you leech our psychic energy.
Not a
I
fucking thing.
hate you. I hate the syndicate. I hate your council. That's my motive. I don't know about anyone else, especially all you syndicate fucks.
The investigator is here.
What about the demon inside of you?
I spent my entire life adrift.
I can feel it on the edge of my consciousness all the time. Shadows on the periphery of my vision.
Got it.
Did it make you kill? This demon is pure rage. White hot, scalding rage has burned my mind for a decade. Demon wants to see this island scorched into nothing. I'd do anything to placate him. So, did you do it? Did you kill the council and martial guards?
Demon wants to see this island
I
scorched into
don't
nothing.
remember. I've been told I killed them. Maybe I did. My memory is fleeting, like mirages in the desert that disappear when I get close. Do you remember anything about the night? New Night.
What the hell?
New Night? The warrior goddess? My mind is like a desert covered in a fog. I can see things coming out of the fog, and sometimes I can walk towards them and latch on. My memory about last night is different. And there's nothing there. No fog. No desert. Just an expanse. Except I can see New Night.
Sure.
Did someone say New Night to you last night? No. I don't know. Maybe. I think I saw the goddess. You saw a goddess. Was this before or after you were found by the marshals?
Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't fucking know, investigator. Why don't you go and find out instead of making me do your job? This island has lots of statues of the gods. I need to find the statue of New Night. She's the goddess of warriors. The barracks may be a good place to start. So, did you kill the martial guards? Yes. No.
My mind
If you say so.
is desert covered in fog.
No memory. Are you beginning to get the hint? Henry, did you go through the second holy seal? The what?
The investigator is here.
Did you go to a plateau on barely known planet in space to get to the council last night?
Whatever you fucking say.
Can you even hear yourself? What the fuck does any of that mean? No memory? You're beginning to get it. Tell me how you escaped.
What a fucking
You
surprise.
fucking tell me, investigator. I can't remember. Can you remember anything before you escaped?
I spent my entire
Agitation, screams inside me. They woke me up for the first time in years.
That's weird.
Screams? There was a burst of them. My whole body felt like it was on fire. I wanted to burst out of this world.
Got it.
Any idea what caused
I'm
this?
shocked, stunned.
It's your fucking job to find out. Tell me about how you ended up like this.
Not a fucking thing.
What's to tell? Bored kid finds his calling, gets punished for it.
Got it.
Calling being illegally communicating with the gods and causing a demonic invasion.
What a fucking surprise.
We all need a hobby. And now I'm here. What do you know about KHX's disappearance? Who the fuck is that? Yeah, that's what I thought. Did you see the Grand Marshal last night?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Of course I saw her. She was supposed to execute me, right? I don't remember a fucking thing, but that's what was supposed to happen, right? Alright, that's the end of him. Let's hang out with Henry for a bit. Let's talk, Henry.
The investigator is here.
I need to know more about you. Tell me about your childhood. Oh, you know, the usual. Enslaved, forced to worship nightmare gods, that kind of thing.
What a fucking surprise.
How do you people sleep at night? You abduct us from the real world and use us as cattle. This whole thing is messed up.
What?
What?
The investigator is here.
24 islands, and we're no closer to our goal. All we've done is churn through citizens and loose each other to murder and demonic invasions. So why are you here? Cycle will continue one way or another. I'm trying to make it the best I can.
Whatever you fucking say.
Whatever. Ding. Okay. I'll come back later. Right. Can I talk to her about anything else?
Grand Marshal Akiko 14.
There's nothing in your report about Henry seeing New Night during his escape. Babbling of a Labajou possessed by a demon. There's only one statue of New Night on the island, correct? Why does it matter?
Crime cannot hide.
Where is it?
I'll kill you.
Why do you care?
Don't test.
Answer the question. Statue's in the barracks. The goddess only gives her attention to soldiers.
Ah,
So how could Henry have seen it? He couldn't have. The barracks are secure. He's spouting gibberish to confuse you.
crime is repulsive.
I'm just gonna ask, Akiko, did you take him through the barracks last night?
Nenorchito.
You out of your mind? You think I helped him escape? Nonsense. Goodbye, Dentonorchito. If Henry went through the HQ to get to the council building, why didn't he show up on the HQ logs? A nightmare computer at the entrance to the HQ didn't log Henry entering the HQ. What is this shit?
Paradise.
The logs contradict your report. What do you want me to say? I don't know how those things work. Maybe there was a malfunction. Maybe you found a way to slip past.
Don't test me.
Does that seem likely?
Nenorchito, you're out of your mind.
Stop asking me to do your job. What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago?
You need to back off.
What do you want? I told you about his possession. Why wasn't he executed when he was arrested? He posed a threat to the island. Are you stupid? Demon wouldn't die with him. The demon would escape into the island.
Ooh, the
So why execute him at the end of the island? Why not let him blink out of existence with the old island? That's the way it is. Criminals get theirs. He's a victim. He didn't want the demon to possess him. What do you know? You sure he didn't invite the demon in? He got deceived by a god. Don't forget that. Yeah, well, shit. She has a point there. May your night be bright, and may you reach the moon. Okay. Right. What else we got? Okay, we got a bunch of notes. Case file stuff. She won't give me her phone. She said she was talking to a witness. That's her alibi. And we haven't talked to him yet, so we could do that. Hang on. Something else here. And he was possessed by a demon 10 years ago. He allegedly killed his mother. He has a history of murder and is still under the thrall of a demon. Henry's vision was restored during redacted ritual to communicate with the god redacted. Ritual was not completed. Minimal genocide to be served. Henry's vision has since been arrested and incarcerated for a completed ritual that brought demonic corruption to paradise. Full review on the failings has been initiated. Subject has been placed on watch list under advisement of Syndicate School Principal, LC. Suspected inclination towards celestial communication. Subject has shown repeated interest. Okay. Got someone sorted. So we got to figure out who was giving him demonology books. And yeah, there's a bunch of shit that doesn't add up in his escape. And in the murder in general. And he says that he was agitated before the escape. He could feel the demon inside him writhing. It partially woke him from his sedation. What caused this? Denmark's blood doesn't match. Akiko's knife should have been perfect because it hadn't been used before. And the wounds on the guards were ragged, which means it wasn't made by a perfect blade. And her sword is also imperfect. It is nicked. So did her sword do the deed instead? Or is there another knife somewhere? Maybe. Guess we'll find out. Did I unlock this? Yes, I did. Okay. One day I'll remember. One day I'll remember sprint is a different button. Anyway. Sideways. heading back to the citizens' apartments. Can I ask this guard about anything, maybe? Hello? Leave. You got it. Alright. Can I get under this bridge? Can I get in the water? Kinda? Ugh. Alright, cool. Yeah. I said... Thank you. Is there any reason for me to do this? Yeah, actually. Ah, come on. Damn it. Okay. Alright, gotta take a run at it. Really? Just give it to me. No! Alright, fine. I'll do it the other way, I guess. Dazzling Obelisk. A charm modeled after obelisks found on a citadel planet in another solar system. Cool. Boing. Ding. Okay. And this way. Let's save the game here. 20, 40, here. This one. Okay. I'm gonna leave it there for today's stream anyway, for Paradise Killer. So you got an idea, it's like an open map murder mystery type thing, where you can try to figure out who killed all the council members of the syndicate. And, you know, find all the flaws in people's... No, Mike shouldn't be muted. Can you not hear me? Mic is on. It says it's on for me. Hope it hasn't been muted this whole time, but that's going to be really annoying. I can hear me. Well, that'll suck. Anyway, I guess we'll find out later in the VOD if it actually came through. Probably didn't. Anyway, I'm gonna head. Still nothing. Well, shit. Well, Automaka, I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. That's not good. I hope it's on your end, not on my end. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna head now. Friday we'll be playing Anno Mutation M, and Saturday we'll be playing some more Elden Ring. And then I'll see you guys then. Okay. Bye-bye. This one.